hiding from my children again, and figured, let me make another video before the weekend when the national championship semifinals and the rest of week 17 kind of take precedence, certainly when I'm back on the air on Monday's show. So figured I'd take the time now to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Look,
here we go.
We in the NFL media and, of course, sports talk business, we like predictability. We like to figure out who has a shot at winning it all or winning on a certain night, who's got the team that can actually win it all, who's got the team that can win on any given night. We like predictability. Certainly, if there's anybody out there who puts hard-earned American dollars on something like this. The Dallas Cowboys are totally unpredictable.
Yes.
I mean, they have the roster to win it all. They do. They've got the quarterback who can win it all. They've got a difference maker at wide receiver, at running back. Can make the case two difference makers at running back. They've got an offensive line that can protect long enough to make this all work. They got a tight end who can catch 2 touchdowns on a Thursday night, like Dalton Schultz. They've got difference makers on defense at every level of their defense. And they got a difference maker at kicker. This Brett Maher can boot it. So they've got difference makers in all 3 phases.
But
so why don't they basically curb stomp a team like the Tennessee Titans on Thursday Night Football? And I understand there's no pictures in the standings, and I understand they beat the Houston Texans, and there's no photograph from that victory. And there's no photograph from, say, the loss in Green Bay where they were up by 14 points in Lambeau Field. There's no photographs, again, in the standings this morning. But it just seems to me that this team can win the Super Bowl, but they can also get bounced in the first round, can't they?
Well, that can happen to anybody.
Certainly if they're going to face, as it seems to be, and I understand this team's pretty unpredictable too, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If Joshua Dobbs can come on this team in the Tennessee Titans just mere days before starting and make his first career start and not have Derrick Henry and go out and make his throws, hit receivers with nice throws and hit wide open receivers with wobbly throws. If Joshua Dobbs can do this, what do you think Tom Brady's going to do at home in the opener of Wild Card Weekend for them both? What's he going to do with Mike Evans if Joshua Dobbs can hit Treylon Burks and Robert Woods? What's he going to do with Godwin? This is why I'm concerned if I'm the Dallas Cowboys. But they win. They come out with a win. They're struggling, and then all of a sudden Dak rips off a drive and does what a veteran-savvy quarterback
14 points in the fourth quarter.
3rd and long, which is extend the play and throw it all the way down the field and get a defensive pass interference penalty, as he did in the 3rd quarter last night, to go up by 2 scores in that game, only to have, obviously, the Titans make it tight again, but then the Cowboys pushed the pedal to the metal and made the plays and got out with the win. And they still can win their division. But why does it always seem that they just play down to the level of their competition more often than not? Why can't they go in and follow up that rousing win against the Philadelphia Eagles by telling the Tennessee Titans in a game in which they're not playing their best player and starting a quarterback in his first career start who just got with the team? Why can't they blow that team out? Why do they have to play down to the level of competition? I think, in a way, the Cowboys, the perfect microcosm for Dallas, is that moment where Micah Parsons, who is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate and one of my favorites, runs onto the field late, gets set, and makes the play for a tackle for loss. Like, that seems to me like the perfect microcosm of the Dallas Cowboys season, where you think they're unprepared, they can't do it, they're not doing it, but they make the play. And the question is, can they make the play a couple of weekends from now, because it's right around the corner, in Tampa or even in Carolina, which can come up with the win this weekend? Can Sam Darnold and DJ Moore connect in the same way that Joshua Dobbs and Treylon Burks did last night? And if you think this is unfair, well, I guess, the Dallas Cowboys have what it takes to win it all. And they can. They can. Can they go into Tampa and win that game? They should. How does that sound? Can they then go into Minnesota and win that game if that's where they go next? They should. They already have. They curb stomped Minnesota. They showed what they can do.
Yeah.
Maybe they just need to take, the same approach that they took in that Minnesota game where they had something to prove and that they have a chip on their shoulder and that maybe they're an underdog, which technically they were going into that game. Maybe that's the way they need to approach every game, because sometimes they take the field saying, okay, we have a star on the side of our helmet and double-digit wins. We should get another one just by showing up. That's my take on Thursday Night Football. We'll see you on Monday. My guests are going to be Josh Allen of the Bills, Jamar Chase of the Bengals. That's a huge Monday night game. And Chris Long will also have his 2 cents, as he always does.
Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes, of course, here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods. How's everybody doing today? I am feeling tired. I am so tired. I don't know about you guys, but watching Cowboy games the last couple of weeks have been literally exhausting. It's exhausting before the games. It's exhausting during the games. It's exhausting listening to everybody that says, it's just not good enough. Yeah, you're 12-4, but for a team that they literally said sucked, that they made all of the wrong moves off season, that they don't care about winning, that they're frauds, that they probably will be third in their division. They're going to stink. They can't let go of, you as a team that cares about winning, you can't let go of a guy like Amari Cooper or Connor Williams or Lyle Collins, and you certainly can't give up on a pass rusher like Randy Gregory. And then they do stupid stuff like draft an offensive tackle that you could have gotten in the second or third round. That the Cowboys are the worst, and now winning is still not good enough. Have you ever, for once, heard any of these guys say, you know what? I got to be honest with you. We were wrong. We thought that this team was going to be terrible. It's amazing that they have won 12 games. They should be applauded because we didn't see that capability with the way they were building a roster. We thought that the Rams were going to be a juggernaut, that with Matthew Stafford finally being with a good team, and of course, all of the talent that they brought in there, that they were going to be great. And we looked at the Cowboys and said, meh. And that the fact that they're winning games is a surprise. Instead, they keep moving the bar. They keep saying it's not good enough. The Eagles can get a last-second score against the Colts. The Colts, who fired their coach and brought in an offensive center to be the head coach, who has the craziest shit happened. You had Minnesota Vikings have the biggest comeback in the history of the NFL. The Eagles end up getting a last-second touchdown to win, and it's like, no, the Cowboys, they didn't do good against the Texans, even though they beat the Minnesota Vikings, even though they beat the Eagles. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Eastside, what's up, Eastside? What's up, Eastside? I know you're feeling yourself. You got another win. You're feeling good about yourself right now. And, Richie MC, a win is a win. When the Eagles get a win against the Bears 25-20, hey, Jalen Hurts, man, MVP. What? I believe the Texans are playing for a playoff spot next weekend. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, hey, Richie, we beat your first team. We beat your first team 5 days before it. How about that? You know, offensive inconsistency at being the number 3 scoring offense in the NFL. You know what? Wait a minute. Let me do this. How about we do this? Hold on. Let's look at the Buffalo Bills. Let's see. I'm going to pull up the Buffalo Bills. Let's do this. Because everybody, oh man, you're inconsistent. You've got, Dak Prescott and all the interceptions. Let's see what the Bills have done this season. Okay, how many points? Let's see, Bills. Okay. So they scored 31 against the Rams. That's great. 41 against the Titans. Okay. But then they only scored 19 against the Dolphins. Then they scored 23 against the Ravens. Then 38 against the Bills. And then 24 against the Chiefs. 27 against the Bills. 17 against the Jets. 30 against the Bills. 31 against the Browns. 28 against the Lions. 24 against the Patriots. 20 against the Jets. 32 against the Dolphins. 35 against the Bears. Isn't that a little inconsistency? 38 one game, 17 another. Are we saying that offense is consistent every week? That every week that they just blow people out? How about, let's look at the Eagles. Lord Nova. What's up?
Get the money out, all of it.
Shout out to Lord Nova. They keep moving the goalposts. Let's look at the Eagles, shall we? Let's see how consistent, because they score 40 burgers every time, right? Let's see. Eagles. So they scored 38 against the Lions. And they scored 24 against the Vikings, 24 against the Commanders. Well, that's consistent. 29 against the Jaguars, 20 against the Cardinals, 26 against the Cowboys with 3 takeaways. Crenshaw. Let's see. They scored then 35 against the Steelers, 29 against the Texans, 21 against the Commanders, 17 against the Colts, 40 against the Packers, 35 against the Titans, 48 against the Giants, 25 against the Bears, 34 against the Cowboys. Okay. So they're consistent every week, right? Oh, okay. Mind you, one thing that's kind of interesting out there is the turnovers that they talk about with Dak Prescott. Would you believe the Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs, Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes, their teams have the exact same number of turnovers as the Dallas Cowboys? Yeah. Interesting, but they don't talk about that. You could look and say, why is it that Kansas City always looks terrible in the first half and finds a way to win in the end? Kind of like the Cowboys. Amanda Brown. What's up, Amanda? Shout out to Amanda. Let me get the ladies in here. Lola, Miss Hot Sauce. And then there's Roland's Review. What's up, Stacy? Mary Lon. What's up, Mary Lon? Aisha Robinson. What's up? Let's see. Did I miss any of the lovely ladies with the style and the grace? Forgive me. I am a little bit tired today. I got about 4 hours sleep last night. I've driven down the road, had to do some work today and everything else, and I am exhausted right now. But you know what? The show must go on. Shout out to everybody that's in here right now. Amanda Brown, what's up? And then there's Thomas Garrett, who was there last night. And Thomas, I'd like to get your take on what you thought about the Cowboys last night. You know, it's almost comical to me that nobody will look at this and say it was a Thursday night game. It was a Thursday night game, which is a short week, which is harder to game plan for. And the Cowboys did have quite a few injuries in that game. But, you know, be that as it may, if they had lost, get to bed earlier, Mark. Your eyes show it. I would get to bed earlier, William, if I could, but I don't have enough hours in the day. Cowboys playing a Thursday night game. The game's over after 11 o'clock. I can't leave food laying around here in the house. You'd end up having critters and stuff in here. Of course, I got to do my fireside chat and things, you know. And then, of course, there's the excitement of the Cowboys playing and winning, and you're just not ready to go to sleep. So, yeah, I was actually in bed there, but I'm looking at the ceiling. And of course, I'm an old man, which also means that I wake up in the middle of the night because I got to pee. You know, and then once you're awake, it's hard to go back to sleep. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of things there. What's up, Paula Bettis? What's up, Paula? I love weed. What up? That was a hard-fought game last night. You know, and I'm not mad about a hard-fought game because the Titans were last year the number one seed in the AFC. I know they were playing some backups, but here's the thing about backups. One, there's no book on what they're going to do. Two, they're motivated because they finally got a chance to try and prove that they can be an NFL player. I've seen that happen before. I said that. I told you guys that a couple of years back, the Eagles kept losing players going down the stretch. It was like, oh, they just lost this guy, they lost that guy. And then all of a sudden they're playing well because guys are fresh and they're trying to make a roster. Arthur Macon, how are you doing? I asked because I shared my last name, never met another. Okay. That wasn't related to me. Cowboys actually look good. I'm not going to lie. You know, here's the thing. You're going to make mistakes. And Dak Prescott, if he makes a mistake and keeps on moving. The fact that team scored 14 points in the fourth quarter, I'm okay. I'm okay. I guess maybe I'm a guy who's a glass half full type guy as opposed to, you know, the ones that always want to say that the roof is, that the house is on fire. Everything's just bad. Alicia, what's happening, Alicia? How you doing tonight? Tay Cowboys, what's up, Tay? I can't believe tomorrow is already New Year's Eve. What happened to 2022? What happened to the NFL season? It is crazy how fast it went. So now, couple things before we really get into the meat of this thing. I may end up starting to just kind of, you know, I'm really tired, and I hope I don't get like narcolepsy. I think it's narcolepsy, and you just kind of, you know, something like that. I just hope that doesn't happen. Next weekend, next Sunday, we believe that the game is going to be at 4:00 because I think they're going to have us opposite of the Philadelphia Eagles. We will be there at FedEx tailgating. Yes, we will be there at FedEx tailgating. And let me check here while we're here, because I've been looking at the long-range forecast. Now, you know, it's hard to predict the weather because it was crazy that last weekend on Friday, it was 4 degrees. It was 65 today. Looking at the long-range forecast for next Sunday, at the moment they're saying it's going to be 47 degrees for the high and 29 for the low. J. Crew, YTO want to play for Dallas like he's 49. J. Crew, he want to keep his name in the limelight. I find it funny about T.O. talking about wanting to play for the Cowboys after he basically told Odell, don't sign with the Cowboys because they don't have a chance to win a Super Bowl. To me, that was kind of like, shall we say, cock blocking. He didn't want them to, oh, wait, don't sign Odell. Sign me. I early I was driving to Home Depot, and I was kind of like, it's kind of like that girlfriend that you have. Girl, he ain't no good. You can do so much better, girl. No. See, I told you, he's a dog. And while she telling you that, hey, you want to hang out tonight, dude? Hey, you want to hang out? Oh, you do? Oh, yeah. Let's hang out. Yeah. She's trying to move right in on the guy that you're interested in. And that's what T.O. is doing. Angelica Baron. What's up, Angelica? How are you doing? Sorry, Lola. Okay. That was a complete cock block. I was like, wait a minute. T.O. wants to come and then call. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it was. Look. T.O. Here it is. Is this Mike Fisher? So, December 7th. Uh-oh. Here we go. T.O. runs reverse, rips Dak Prescott, but now wants... Oh, okay, that's not the one I was looking for. Okay, hold up. He did before say, Yeah, it's not coming up. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Owen says Beckham should join a team with a good quarterback. So you told Odell, you don't join the Cowboys. You need to join a team with a good quarterback. But then he turns around and says, "Hey, can I play? Can I play?" And that's where Jerry Jones is like, you know what? We ain't talked to T.O. We ain't gonna talk to T.O. Forget T.O. Yeah, that was crazy. That was insane. Now, we did get some positive news, supposedly, with B.A.M. The scans came back positive, and they said they should be able to start doing rehab on him tomorrow. More than likely, he'll be out next Sunday versus the Commanders, but could be ready for the first round of payoff. Damn, Stacy. What'd Stacy do? Grant G, what's up? Now, this is where I think it's going to get interesting. Anybody else feel like the Eagles are going to lose to the Saints just to make it interesting for next Sunday? Does anybody else think that that's going to be the case? Now, we heard all week that anybody else think that? I'm sorry, I just kind of drifted. I drifted off there for a second. I started to, okay? Maybe I'll do a sleep stream, because I tell you what, it might be interesting because I snore and I flip-flop a lot. Okay, if the NFL wants ratings, if the NFL is at all scripted, the Eagles losing to the Saints on Sunday makes the whole NFC East that much bigger. You put both games on at 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock opposite each other. Both teams are scoreboard watching. And it ends up meaning that the Cowboys are trying to play to win. And then you've got the whole thing of now, does Jalen Hurts try and come back to play in that game? What you laughing at, Lola? The Eagles are going to lose to the Saints 24-17. I'm fine, Ivan, and you. Angelica Barone, sleep. Thomas, what's up? Arthur Macon. I'm going to laugh my butt off if New Orleans beats Philly. Oh, my goodness. Don't let that happen because, the way they've been talking about the Cowboys, you actually, as much as they've talked about how bad we were because of that one game, why aren't they talking about the Eagles who struggled against the Bears, then lost to the Cowboys? Now, I hope that they at least struggle against the Saints. I hope they lose against the Saints. Ronnie Young is certain they're going to lose 24-17. Special K, what's up? TO simulates checks went to child support. Okay. Filthy, I could never love the Eagles. You got that right. With our massive, what? Some of these comments that are in here are kind of crazy. I've been out a bit and under the weather off and on, but I'll be okay. Well, take Cowboys. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you get better soon. Dallas does better when we are underdogs. I'm going to go to Philly 500 chat if they lose. You better know the Bucks just took the foot off the gas. T.O. needs money. Yeah, he probably does, but I honestly, I'm sorry. I don't see anybody this late in the season signing a guy who's 49 years old. Just don't. Just don't. Mad injuries with the Eagles, too. Hold on, let me check something. Where was the Eagles will be way different with Jalen back. Will they? Will they? They scored 25 against the Bears. And are we saying that he's going to be 100% healthy on his throwing shoulder? I'm not sure about that one. Grant G, Philly 500 just finished his live stream, and he's scared about the game Sunday. He said he hopes it doesn't come down to week 18. Grant G, 1971. So you're saying he's sweating right now? I'm going to have to check that out. I've been on the road all day, so I haven't really been able to catch up with everything. So we may get Biotis back. Now, here's what I'm actually thinking. Is, with the exception of center, I think the Cowboys' offensive line could actually play better. And here's my thinking why I say this, okay? Jason Peters is going to be playing a lot more left tackle. I think Tyler Smith, who's played pretty good for the most part, seems to have hit a wall. And it's hard being that left tackle because you're on an island. This is where he needs to get a breather. And playing guard is different because you're doing more pulling. You're going against smaller guys. You're not having to take that guy that's coming right at you right now. You are going and trying to get like the blitzing linebacker, or you're going, trying to get to the second level, or you're pulling around the tackle, or you're trap blocking, where you're just basically going to a point. And he is a road grader doing that. Jason Peters, watching him, he's still got that punch where he can shock a guy. He can't move real quick, but he can still do admirable out there. Tyron Smith played the whole game. And Tyron Smith is getting his legs underneath of him. And so far, knock on wood, no injuries so far. And he is doing really, really well at the tackle position. We know Zach Martin is all world. So if Tyler Smith and Zach Martin can play well there together, that's going to protect Connor Williams. And those are guys that can get to the second level. Your tackles, I think, are going to be able to give you a little more time for your quarterback. Maybe I'm crazy about that, but I think that they can. Our biggest problem on defense is we're nicked up and we have a lot of young guys that are floating in. Yesterday scared the shit out of me seeing Dak Prescott shaking his leg. I don't know about you, but I literally just went, oh shit. My heart stopped as I'm watching Dak Prescott and shaking his leg. I'm like, oh my God. Please tell me Dak didn't just hurt his knee. He was okay. But then seeing DeMarcus Lawrence on that fourth down, that hit, he kind of went down awkwardly. Then you see B.A.M go down. You end up seeing guys in our secondary. You saw Joseph Hooker getting knocked around. You saw, damn. Oh, shit. Jaron Curse getting help to the sidelines. And all of a sudden, you're sitting there thinking, we ain't got anybody. Who's left on the roster? Them boys, you were scared too? Them boys, I don't know that you got away from that chicken sandwich there, buddy. That sandwich was good, wasn't it? That was the shit. It was messy as a mother humper, but that was good. My friend Allie, who's here, the Eagle fan, we're coming back up the road. She's like, I can't wait to get back to those chicken cutlets, man. Those chickens. She was like, that was, oh my God, it was so good. Minshew will be with the Jets next year. Wrong. Oh, right. The Eagles will get a way better backup. James Simmons, what's good? Man, I'm tired, boss. I'm real tired. But I'm ecstatic that my team is actually rehabbing and resting while Philly 500 is literally sweating his nuts off right now. If what you guys tell me is that Philly 500 is scared to take on the New Orleans Saints, then I'm happy. Now, them boys, if it ain't messy, it ain't good. You want that sandwich to just have the flavor and stuff, just like, you just want to be like Cookie Monster. It's got to be messy. You got the sauce dripping off of it and everything else. Mark, did you get the picture? Arthur, I believe it's there. I left this morning at like 6:30, hit the road. I haven't done anything to workshop today. But give me a few days. Give me a few days and we'll get it done for you, buddy. He's worried about Kamara. Okay. I'm going to have to check it out because I like I said, I haven't had a chance to. Andy Dalton is 3-0 against the Eagles. Uh-oh. Now, hold up. I want to see the Eagles lose for a multitude of reasons. One, because I'd like to have a chance at the home field advantage. Okay? I would love to have that. But what I'd really like to see is if the Eagles lose, will they get the Cowboy treatment? James, I did. Shout out to you, James. I also got one from Miss Anita Applebaum. I got one from her. I got a bunch of different ones. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. And it came a couple days ago, Tom. Did you like it? It came a couple days ago. Okay. That ain't happening, Mark. But you know what? They said that we couldn't beat them last week. You know that? They said that we couldn't beat them last week. So what do you mean it ain't going to happen? Red Rifle owes us some help. Doesn't Minnesota have to lose as well? Yeah. But I tell you what, though. Here's the thing. Minnesota we own the tiebreaker between them, and they are one game ahead of us. True. But I'll take the second seed. I wouldn't mind being the second seed. Second seed would be playing, at the moment, the Giants. My mama loves it. Well, I'm glad your mama loves it. Are you saying, Thomas, that that's a face that only a mama can love? Is that what you're saying? Dallas doesn't want the 1 seed. Trust me. Too much time off. We do better as the underdog. I agree with you, George. But being the number 2 seed, I wouldn't mind that at all. That would be, I'd be okay with that. I would definitely be okay with that. Vikings play the Packers this Sunday. And you know what? Green Bay is playing a lot better. And Green Bay usually owns Minnesota for the most part. It's a master of all mystery on what happens on Dak's hand. No, the Eagles lose, they would ESPN will make a bunch of excuses. Oh, that's what I said, Darlene. That's exactly. Well, they don't have Jalen Hurts, and they know all they have to do is win one game and so on. I heard he cut it non-football related. Yes, that would be better. It would be better to be a 2 seed. Just win. That's all you want to do. Just win. Well, yeah, let's do that. If it was anybody else, the media would call Dak Prescott a gunslinger. Minnesota and San Francisco would have to lose. I think we got the same record as Minnesota. No, actually, San Francisco and us, I think we have the same record. I don't know how the division would work out. Oh, I can't stand it. Look, I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. But I'll root for him this weekend. Okay, because it could help me. Thomas, how was the game live? Who doesn't Brady? Very good point. Eastside talking smack as usual. It's amazing how a guy with only 2 wins is talking smack. But hey, I can't be mad at him. We need to involve our Titans a lot more. Why is the Texas fans talking? Right, Aisha. That is the overarching question. Why is it? Because he really wants to be a Cowboy fan. Tay, he put his dog down for a reason. Are we trying to imply that his dog bit his hand? Is that what we're trying to say? That's an interesting thought. I'm still trying to understand what did happen to Micah Parsons' hand. Again, I've been on the go so much that I haven't been able to find that out. But let me double check this real quick. Oh, shit. We have some breaking news that doesn't have anything to do with football, but Barbara Walters just passed at 93. Damn. Highest graded Dallas Cowboys on offense was Dalton Schultz, believe it or not, followed by T.Y. Hilton and CeeDee Lamb. Highest on defense, believe it or not, was DeMarcus Lawrence, followed by Micah Parsons. Okay, but according to Pro Football Focus. Okay, so Micah Parsons on what went wrong with his left wrist. I can't tell you because I play, so it didn't matter. Adding, you just hop on your dark space and get ready to play. What does it matter? I get out there and I play. It doesn't matter. Did it look like that I was slowing me down? Interesting. Inquiring minds want to know. What's up, Mark? My shot glass today. Oh, cool. Glad you got. And Antonio, make sure you send me a picture of you with shot glass. It was complete Cowboys takeover last night. The tears taste so good. Is Philadelphia? Wait. Philadelphia's here. Wait a minute. I haven't seen. Oh, there he. Have you guys noticed that Philadelphia has kind of come way down with the enthusiasm? He's only got like 10 emojis right now. Are you sad, Philadelphia? Philadelphia, I think you said last week, stop dreaming about the Cowboys beating you guys. Now, of course, and here's the thing, Philadelphia. It's not like the Cowboys are a real team. The Cowboys stink. And that ass team with that ass quarterback ended up beating you. So that means everybody should beat you. I mean, look at how we struggled against the Tennessee Titans. Backup players. Queen Bella in the house. What's up? How you doing, Bella? I don't think Dak can hang in the playoffs. Derek, well, let me ask you this. You don't think Dak can hang in the playoffs? Let me do this. Okay. Okay, Dallas Cowboys. Let's see. Let's talk about this garbage offense with garbage quarterback Dak Prescott. Okay. All right. So Dak came back for the Lions. Okay. So for the sake of argument, let's see how many points we scored without Dak. We scored 23 against the Giants, 25 against the Commanders, 22 against the Rams, 17 against the Eagles. So the best game without Dak was 25. Against the Lions, his first game back, 24. Okay. The Bears, a team that the Eagles scored 25 to 17. Cowboys score 49. Okay, so we got 24, 49. Then against the Packers, we lost that one. We scored 28. Against the Vikings, we scored 40. Against the Giants, we scored 28. Against the Colts, we scored 54. Against the Texans, we scored 27. 34 in a loss to the Jaguars. And 40 against the Eagles. And 27 against the Titans. So the worst game Dak has had since he's come back, or the offense has, is 24 points. 24 points. And has had 4 games of over 40. Even when we've had bad games, like we say, the Titans, 27, or lost to the Jaguars, it's 34. It's all right. If you score 24 points in the NFL, you should be winning the game. Your defense should be striving to hold people under 20 points. So if we're doing that in the playoffs, I think we're okay. Valerie Scott, shout out to Valerie. Yeah, well, I just saw that tweet, see that she had passed. That's a big surprise. 93. That's a long life. A charmed long life, I will say. But that's why I always say, be sure to tell the people you love that you love them, because you might not get the chance again. Dak is turned up already. And here's the thing. Let's do this. NFL scoring offense. Let's see. Now, let's take a look at this now, okay? Take a look at this. I know this is, as we talk about Dak Prescott's interceptions and how much he sucks, right? Excuse me. Let's go here. Right now, the Philadelphia Eagles are the number 1 scoring team at 29.7 points. Kansas City is number 2 with 29.2, and there's little old sorry-ass Dallas Cowboys with 28.8. The Eagles, last 3 games, have averaged 35.7, Kansas City 29.3, and the Cowboys 33.7. Guys, 33 points a game, that's a lot of points. Last 3 games. The Bengals, they talk about how hot and they're Super Bowl favorite. They're averaging 26.1, averaging 26.3 over the last 3 games. Minnesota with Kirk freaking Cousins, and you got Shady McCoy tweeting out the first half of the game, Dak or Kirk Cousins. The 49ers that everybody is talking about, another Super Bowl team, is averaging 25. Miami, which has dropped off the face of the earth, 24. You see my point here? Baltimore, 21.4. New England, 21.2. So, you got the Giants down here at 20.9. I'm sorry, 20.7. The Green Bay Packers at 20.9. Come on, guys. Your offense, whatever you say about the Cowboys, the turnovers, Zeke Elliott being washed, that they don't have premier receivers, we are third in averaging points, having 5 games where we never scored more than 25 points. Do you think that happened just because, just without the quarterback? Is that what we're actually trying to say? It happens without the quarterback? Come on, guys. Let's be for real here. Okay? Yes. Dak has had some unfortunate tips. He's had some stupid, and I'll be the first one to say it. Dak has had some stupid throws by Dak Prescott. That was a stupid throw.
I think you need this
stupid throw. What a bad play. Stupid throw. Stupid throw.
Make sure you go in the game.
No.
Now you're about to give him a touchdown. You're giving him a touchdown.
Oh my God, it's only 5:30 left.
This game is over. It's over.
I got you, Asa Robinson, on the Super Chat. Thank you very much. Yeah, of course, Dak has a few bad plays, but, he's going to give you 1 or 2, and then he's going to play lights out. The brother screwed us. Play me some more Philly. Oh, man. Well, I hope we get more Philly 500. I hope we get Philly 500 having a meltdown this weekend.
I fire Howard. Fucking fire. Motherfucker! Stupid motherfucker! What an idiot! What an idiot! Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass. I fire his ass. I mean, Howie's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him.
Yeah, you kind of have to love that. You kind of have to love that. Where is it? Can't find it. Okay. Saints going to defeat the Eagles. What is the line for that? Saints and Eagles. And is it New Orleans? They're at Philly. Eagles are a 5.5-point favorite. Hurts is out for the game. Or he's looking like he's going to be out for the game. They're going to wait at least another week. It's in Philly. That didn't age well. Alan Williams looks at the memorabilia on the top of Mark's head. Those players are based in the 70s. Yeah? And? You mean the ones that were always killing the Eagles every season? Those guys? Yeah. And, I tell you what, Philadelphia, your Super Bowl team, I'll take all these guys. I'll take any one of these guys over any of the guys that you had. I know Nick Foles, you built a statue of him out there, but I think I'll take Roger Staubach. I think I'll take Drew Pearson out there. I think I'll take Tony Dorsett over any of those Eagle running backs that you guys. I'll take these guys Philadelphia, these guys that are from the 70s, and match them up against your Super Bowl team, your one Super Bowl championship team. Any day. Any day. How many Hall of Famers do you think that you're going to have off that team? Lane Johnson, maybe? That's about it. Maybe Fletcher Cox, but I'm not sure about that one. You know how many Hall of Famers are off of that team? Every time I acknowledge the ladies, they say I'm being a creep. Why is that, Lola? Why is that, Lola? Because you're a creeper. Philadelphia Underdogs, I'd listen to more. No, seriously. So Philadelphia, as you're sitting here trying to berate, I tell you what, how about, since it's a little bit more recent, how many Hall of Famers do you honestly think you had on the Philadelphia Eagles team that just won the Super Bowl? I mean, be honest. Honestly. Because you act like that team that you had was the greatest team of all time. You know, I'll take those 90s teams that got Charles Haley, that got Michael Irvin, that got Larry Allen, that got Troy Aikman, that's got Emmitt Smith. Guys that are still recognizable today. Oh, primetime. Forget primetime. Guys that are recognizable today. How many of those guys in recent history of your Super Bowl team have done anything since? How many of them will be headed for the Hall of Fame? Tell me. If they're so great, and how come, see, these guys won multiple Super Bowls. You know that? Some of these guys, including the coach, okay, won multiple Super Bowls and played in multiple ones. How many did your guys that, you are putting them up on a pedestal and telling all of us that they're so much better than anything that the Dallas Cowboys have ever done? Because the funny thing about you sorry-ass Eagle fans, okay? The funny thing about you guys is before you finally got a Super Bowl win, as you guys tell us, don't talk about the past, that's all you did. We were 3-time world champions. Not Super Bowl, world champions. And I say, you mean when there was only 10 teams? And you mean that the Lions won 5 and the Browns won like 8? You mean you only won 3? Oh, okay. So, let me make sure I had it straight, Philadelphia. You're saying you'll take the 2017 and the 2020 Eagle team. I'll take the 2017 and the 2022 over the 70s and 90s dudes who drank beer and hardly exercised at all that time. I'm going to tell you one thing. You know what, Philadelphia? I can tell you. Let me tell you, because you're basically saying that these guys were nobodies. I can tell you, as an eyewitness and being there on the field, how ferocious these guys are. Because I look at it right now, Philadelphia, and what goes on with these quarterbacks, that ain't football, bro. That ain't football. Hold on. I tell you what, while I talk, and I know you're going to make...
You don't know how to serve justice and you're going to get kicked around the league.
You never hit the guy back. You hit him first.
I know you're going to say, well, it's a VHS tape. But I'm going to tell you one thing. If you are doubting what these guys did, you are a freaking idiot. These guys were men. They were hellacious.
You got time. You got next year, next game, whatever.
This shit was no joke.
Players carried heavy payloads, and they used their bodies.
You don't think that these guys played? Come on, man.
With devastating effect.
Shit. The most devastating hit that I ever saw was Concrete Charlie, Chuck McNarick hitting Frank Gifford. I literally thought the man was dead on the field when I saw that hit. You gonna tell me that these guys? You're literally insinuating that these guys weren't tough. Philadelphia. Don't be a freaking idiot, man. Come on.
Chuck Bednarik hit Giants
Oh, here we go. This is that hit. You're acting like, I'll take my... Man, I tell you what, your 2022 Eagles, your 2017 Eagles couldn't hold the jockstrap to what these guys would do. If they took the punishment like this, they'd be running home for their mama. They weren't getting all these damn namby-pamby, weak-ass mother humper penalties. Look at that. You see that hit? That wasn't a flag. That shit was legal.
Like a cheap shot. Well, it really wasn't.
It wasn't. There's no flag.
Had he given me a cheap shot, I probably wouldn't be sitting here.
This was football, dog.
Just a good, solid football player and a great football player.
They beat the shit out of each other.
Players had to be solid in order to remain standing.
Your guys
only the strong
couldn't hold up to this. Tom Brady, I'm going to tell you right now, Tom Brady wouldn't be playing until he's 45 back then.
But nothing dirty. Nothing wrong with drawing a little blood here.
Nothing a little blood here.
And I like to think that with that approach to the game, attack.
Marcone still got his sports.
And I think that record in itself.
They barely had pads and helmets and flags, and they didn't have,
It's second to none. I have no.
And you know, back in the day, it wasn't when your knee touched the ground.
I think you can coach.
It's when you stop moving forward.
But I don't know that you can coach people to be great hitters. I think it's an instinct and something.
Chuck McNair, Night Train Lane. Oh man, Jack Tatum. Philadelphia, you really trying to say that these guys weren't shit?
If they don't bite when they're pumping.
Come on, man. Come on, Philadelphia. Come on, Philadelphia. Come on out and play, dog. Come on, man. Come on.
The guy that comes up and in high school, he's a pretty good hitter. In college,
if you ever saw Kermit Washington punch, if you used to see the head slap that Deacon Jones, okay, they're doing too much talk. Let's get to the hitting. Let's get to the hitting.
And his intimidation.
Now look at this.
And defensive line.
Now watch this.
Howie Long.
Look what they would do to the quarterback. Okay? You think Tom Brady would make it in football? That wasn't a flag. That was legal.
They didn't ask me to bench any weight. They didn't ask me to do any vertical jumps. They didn't ask me to do any broad jumps. They didn't ask me to hop in a think tank and see how my bad dreams were. They gave me a helmet. You're going to play defensive line, and I started to play.
That's it. Look at it. Look, watch this shit. Okay? Look at this. Oh, that's 15 yards. You drove him in the ground.
One move was
first down.
The ball and run everyone over. And if that didn't work, I tried to fight them. But they called me caveman because they just liked the way I attacked people.
Boom. Look at that. 15 yards right there.
Football knowledge was so limited that they would be going over terminology.
You're right. Aaron Donald would be just another guy.
I right, triple slot left. And immediately I started looking around the room like, is anyone else picking this stuff up? Or am I the only one that's not getting this? And it turns out I was like the only one that wasn't getting it. They had to literally take me from square one to
Look at that.
Now.
Look at that shit.
A surprise.
Philadelphia run home to his mama.
Matured into the game's most menacing defensive.
Look at that. Watch this. Bam. Come on. I wish we could see hits like this. Kevin, I think you're right. He literally insinuated. Let me turn this down. I'm just going to let this run while I talk. He really insinuated that his teams, his 2017 teams, are better than what went on with the Steelers, with the Cowboys, the purple people leaders of the Minnesota Vikings. Come on, man. Oh, see, you know what, Philadelphia? That's because you live in a little window about this big, son. You need to open your eyes and understand what people, I tell you what, I had a discussion with a gentleman he's about 64 years old, Marine. And he was telling me that they are no longer going to be saying no, sir, or no, ma'am. with the officers. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, now because of gender equality, this, that, and the other, you're going to refer to them by their name. And I started thinking, because I know a young person who's in the Marine Corps and has joined the Marines, and I'm just like thinking about my grandfather, who was a Marine in the South Pacific. And if you were a black man, a Marine in the South Pacific in Guadalcanal, you had the shit duty. It was not pleasant. You're on the bottom of the boat. You are the ones cleaning up the bodies and everything else. And you got shit constantly. And I'm kind of like, did the Marine Corps get softer? He's like, yeah. He's like, the stuff that we used to go through, nah, it ain't like that no more. And see, the stuff that quarterbacks and players used to go through, the physicality, they're taking that out of it. So yeah, that hurts my eyes because it's not quite high quality definition. But see, if you don't know where you've come from, you don't know where you're going. And that's sad, because you need to respect these guys who weren't getting multi-million dollars, these guys that had to have a job in the off season because it was about the love of the sport. And that passion, that fight is sorely missed in football. And see, that's exactly, Philadelphia, thank you very much, because you just pointed out to me how you young little punks don't understand what real football was. You don't. Y'all the Madden era and things, the Eagles, the 2017 Eagles with Nick Foles. That's the greatest team of all time. Let's build a statue of Nick Foles. Come on, man. Seriously, you don't know what football is, dog. You don't know what football is. Wow. Damn. That's sad, man, because I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, man. If you don't know this or didn't enjoy this, you really, truly don't understand football. We talk trash. Okay, now between here, right now, we talk a little trash between Eagle fans, and see, you guys can be little punk ass bitches because you're keyboard warriors. Nobody knows who you are. Hey, I'm gonna go over Cowboys suck. Dak Prescott sucks. I'm gonna tell you, back in the day, these guys, they were the Dallas Cowboys. They were the Philadelphia Eagles. And they truly fought and lived their lives as Cowboys. They weren't free agents saying, I'm going to make business decisions and make sure I don't get hurt because I'm going to be getting a big contract elsewhere. These guys played for something, passion. They gave their life. They go out there with broken legs, tape that shit up. Ronnie Lott, cut my finger off at halftime so I can get my ass back out there. This was war, dog. This was war. This shit that we got right now, hey, it's all we got. It ain't the same though, dog. There ain't no passion in football. There ain't no passion. These guys could give a rat's ass. The fact that you got T.O. and all these guys, I'm ready to go to any team that want to pay me a whole bunch of money. No. These guys up here that you're saying that you would take any of your 2017 guys, every one of those guys would literally say, I'll go to another team who will pay me more money. I am not a Philadelphia Eagles. Every single one of these guys are diehard Dallas Cowboys players, mind, body, and soul, and they left every single thing on the field for the Dallas Cowboys. You can't say that about your 2017, and certainly not the 2022 Philadelphia Eagles, because let's be clear here. Those guys are there because they got the most money from them. That's why they're there. There ain't no loyalty from those dudes. Are those dudes really diehard Eagle players? That they live and breathe the Philadelphia? No, they don't. I guarantee you, as soon as the season's over, all of them going to pack this shit up and go someplace else. Come on, man. Come on. Shit. Don't get me started when I'm tired, Philadelphia. Don't get me started when I'm tired, because I'm tired. Tired of stupidness. Kid, I mean it. He's still in high school vibrating. I bet Philadelphia Underdog played the trombone in the band. You know, and see, I'm going to tell you, Philadelphia, you want to see football? You watch that 85 Bear defense. That was the greatest defense. I'll put that against any defense of today, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Learn your history, son. Learn your history. Before you come back here trying to talk some shit like you know something, understand what went on before you. You see this shit? You see this, right? This was football, son. This was football. I don't know what this shit is. But you and you denigrating my boys. I'm going to tell you. Charles Haley, in practice, okay? See, these guys don't even want to practice right now. You better damn sight have your head on a swivel and practice with Charles Haley, because he'll take your head off. Wingback of ours. Give a good block to Charles. Knock Charles Haley down. This is before we knew Charles Haley was going to be a 5-time Super Bowl winning Hall of Fame linebacker with 100.5 sacks. We just knew him as Charles Haley, who was just a bad motherfucker. When he got up, dusted that sand off from the Omni turf and said, I'm going to fuck you up. The way that man moved and hit, boom, boom, carried off in a stretcher. They don't even hit in practice anymore, dog. You can't take somebody to the ground. You got 14 padded practices, dog. Come on, man. Yeah. This is revisionist history, where everybody talks about Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback out there. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback out there that didn't get hit. Look at this. Boom. You see that? You know, if Tom Brady gets hit like that, they're getting the first down at 15 yards. They didn't get a first down at 15 yards then. They were getting the shit knocked out of them. So how can you compare Tom Brady being able to stand back there unmolested to that? You know what? I'm tired, boss. David Wiley, what's up, David? Shout out to Chef David. I think we gonna get out of here tonight. I'm tired, and I might cuss out Philadelphia. Oh, my God. Lester Hayes and Mike Haynes. Whoo! See, Philadelphia, you're here with people who grew up with real football. With real football. You don't, sorry, son. You're too young. You don't understand, man. You don't understand. You don't understand. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to finish this video. And I'm going to go ahead. We're going to get your shot glasses ready, because the Cowboys are 12-4, back-to-back double-digit seasons, okay? Mike McCarthy has now done something that only 3 other Dallas Cowboys coaches have ever done. Back-to-back 12-win seasons. And the last time that happened, we were Super Bowl champions. You can talk about how we are not a great team and this, that, and the other. Somehow, find ways to win. And these guys up here, these football gods, they didn't go undefeated. They didn't win every game. Get your shot glass ready. If you've gotten a shot glass or a rack and things like that from me, like Queen Bella, new channel members and stuff, please send me your pictures so I can add you to the mix. United States Marine Corps 0331. That's why I think the NFL is rigged now. Not the same heart as the old dogs. You are 100% right. But get your shot glasses, good people. Eastside, you don't want to get a foot in your ass. Bella will put one in it for you. Stay thirsty, my friends, and we'll probably do a little live stream like the last half hour of the year, just to say Happy New Year to everybody. Please be safe out there. E2 Blue lost his father yesterday. Barbara Walters just passed, and Philadelphia is really a freaking idiot. Other than that, everything else in the world is okay. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as well as you ladies. And we will be live streaming on Sunday following the Eagles, the Giants, and the Commanders to see what happens with all of them. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. I'll see you soon.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over, and tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.